In the name of His Royal Majesty, King
That selfish old woman. I can't believe her.
You mustn't speak of your mother like that, Albert. This was to be expected. I am so sorry, my bright daffodil. But this is the end for us.
Ursula, please be calm. I will deal with this. Now you listen to me. To begin, the disaster was not caused by the poison. Palatinos is wrong. That's not why it happened. Second, we don't have the retort. We left it back at the foundry.
You'd better not lie to me again.
Yes, I will tell you everything. You see, we weren't the only nighttime guests at the Mage Factory. We were just fetching the order when I stumbled upon some horrible ritual. And the explosion. We ran outside and that spirit attacked us. It was furious. Ursula dropped the boiling flask. Palatinos saved us. He subdued the spirit with a spell and it let us go. We left the flask behind at the Mage Factory.
I find you more believable this time. What happened next?
We were at Castle Ardennes. Palatinos fled right away, and the spirit... What was his name?
Ador. That was what Palatinus called him. That is the spirit's true name, Ador. Unfortunately, before I could command this entity, it called for help.
More spirits appeared, and we ran. Oh, how we ran. And then... what else could we do? We spent our last coin on that poison.
I find it difficult to trust you. Once a liar, always a liar.
If you need a witness, talk to Ador. He will tell you we're telling the truth.
We told you everything. You won't put us in chains after we've been so helpful to your investigation, will you?
I wish I could, but interrogating Ador is of far greater importance. Your fate will be decided by His Highness Prince Adrian.
Royal subjects of the King, in the name of His Royal Majesty, King Claudius, Sovereign of Nostria, Defender of the Realm.
Today's a very important day for us, my lovely.
But why?
Because today, I finally screwed up my courage to ask you out on a date.
Cards also divined my name?
It's Enya, right?
Have you picked up a plague mask from Remedius yet?
I haven't.
Are you sure? What, never caught any ghosts? Just throw it! The hell with him! I didn't sign up for this.
I don't understand what's going on.
Our mentor sent us to this castle and provided this magic cage. We are to catch a rampaging elemental.
Don't be silly. This is no simple elemental, but a primordial spirit. It summoned its own horde of lesser spirits for minions. It's mighty powerful. And this dunderhead left the cage way over there.
Lady Gazella thought you might need my help, too.
Really? That's great news. If you could clear a path for us, we'll sneak up to the cage and capture the spirit.
What are you waiting for? Go ahead and attack them! Be quiet.
I told you, didn't I?
The air spirit has been trapped. Will you accompany me to see Sequester?
The cage is yours now. I'm sure you can manage from now on.
Bring the cage to Sequester's lab. He'll put it on a mana booster so it won't run out of power and...
Come on, they're not stupid. They'll figure it out. As for us, we're going to celebrate at the Goose and Logos.
What
Let's
nerve!
Right. There's nothing left to do here.
Hey, have you tried the new Fusk at the Goose?
I don't know. I prefer octopus. It's my poisonous choice.
Have you picked up a plague mask from Remedies yet?
I implore you. No, How delightful. Now that you've caught the spirit, life at Castle Ardennes can start anew.
For me, it was a minor errand.
Dearest Sequester, do tell. What awaits the captured spirit?
Apparently, this spirit used to work at the Mage Factory. We don't know its true name, and therefore, I suppose we'll trap it in underground storage. There will be an investigation, followed by a trial before the magical court of law. Do you really find these details interesting? It's a long story, one that will last a few years at minimum.
Delightful. Well, now I must go. I'll be sure to tell Councillor Montier how promptly the mages rushed to assist me. Naturally, I'll put in a word about your invaluable assistance as well.
spirit of the name of Ador, answer me.
I am here. Command, and I will obey.
I command you to relate to me all events of the night the Mage Factory fell. What happened? Answer.
No. I do not want to go back. But I will. I will speak. Eliu's child, hear me. I saw them come from all over the earth. Lost ones seeking unity in the void. They called to it. Their souls reached out for the void, and the void answered. One of them was chosen and touched, and so it came to our world. The spell was lifted. My shackles fell to the ground, and I ran away. The blight. I was looking for salvation.
Do you know the people who performed the ritual? Did you by chance notice anything else?
No. I do not want. I will not. Fear. Void. The blight in the void. I see them not. I will not. There were many there like you. Before their souls were extinguished, I saw them. One, another, and another. Many there were. I witnessed the battle after I escaped. The Mage Factor woke the golems. He fought off the blight and saved many, and led them under the mountains.
Are you telling me someone survived?
I see not through stone. The Mage Factor took them under the mountains. That is where they hid. The hole they went through was guarded by golems. They fought well, and the battle stopped. The wind carried their whispers to me. They prayed for salvation. They wept, and then void. Horrifying. I do not want. I will not. Mercy, do not make me see them, child of Eliu.
Your help has been invaluable, Ador. Now rest.
Sequester's up to something again.
Sentinel golems were delivered yesterday.
Are you...
Loyal subjects of the king, in the name of his royal majesty. The skies shall be clear for the entirety of the coming week. The mana reserves are low. And the flies shall be watered.
What do we know about the preparations for the expedition to Monpatry, Count? You promised to come to a decision any day.
Your Highness, the Archmage is standing his ground. I tried.
Ah, finally! So what happened at the Mage Factory? Did you determine the cause?
Allow me, Your Highness. Do you distrust the Royal Council? Your father never...
My dear Count, sometimes one opinion is not enough. Well, what did you find out?
The disaster was caused by the adepts of some unnamed cult. Someone from the Crown Lands performed a horrifying ritual. Those people wreaked havoc upon themselves in the Mage Factory by summoning unknown forces, not of this realm.
Do you have a witness or some proof to support this account?
Those who fled the Mage Factory are ready to tell you everything, despite their treatment at your hand. Also a spirit named Ador. Were you aware that spirits cannot lie? One more thing, Your Highness. Ador saw the survivors hide in the mines. You must organize a rescue party immediately.
We must delay no longer. I entrust you with rescuing the survivors. Go to Monpatry, extricate my subjects, and bring them to me.
Your Highness, the Mage Factory is quarantined by order of the Archmage Cathorn, as I told you.
Since when does the Prince of Nostria bend the knee to an Archmage?
Am I not free to return home to Lorien? You gave your word.
Our agreement stands. But so far, all you have provided me are words. Words that cast suspicion upon the Royal Council as well as the Royal Order of Mages. Centuries-old pillars supporting the throne. Prove your suspicions with something substantial. Find the survivors and bring them to the Citadel. Do this, and if all is as you say, I will grant you the pardon you were promised. How do you like my decision, Count? I think that's how we're going to expose the truth.
Unthinkable. You have your task. What else do you want?
You were good to me, Monsieur Montier. Tell me how to get to the Mage Factory.
There's no getting into the Mage Factory, and that, I'm afraid, is the end of it. I've been sending off letters to the Archmage for days. How many replies do you suppose I've received? The Royal Council is powerless here, and there are no legal ways into the Mage Factory. Although, perhaps you could interrogate your precious witnesses. I don't expect they know anything useful, but why not?
Anything else?
I need a guest pass to enter the Mage Factory.
I cannot help you with that. Ever since the days of Maximus, Archmages have recognized no authority but the king. If K-Thorn has decided to quarantine the Mage Factory, neither I nor the Royal Council are in a position to reverse his decision. In order to get through the quarantine, you need a document carrying the king's personal seal. My father is recovering, but...
Your Highness, I won't be able to carry out your order, and you'll send me back to Crucis. I wouldn't want that.
If K-Thorn has decided to quarantine the Mage Factory, neither I nor the Royal Council have the authority to reverse his decision. But please, exercise some discretion. We don't want a conflict with the Archmage right now.
Loyal subjects of the king, in the name of his royal majesty, King Claudius.
Today's a very important day for us, my lovely.
But why?
Because today...
My boy wrote to say he started studying the art of brewing elixirs. I was at peace to my heart's history. With such talented family, we needn't pay for here.
Did you find the retort? Do you have it?
I haven't found it, because I can't get into the Mage Factory. Do you know if there's another way in?
If only I could remember. That blasted poison. All I know is that the craftsmen of the foundry were running a business on the side. They occupied some sort of a basement there, or tunnel. I recall someone named Norman. A good fellow, albeit a swindler and a thief. But who among us is better? Forgive me. It hurts to remember. Find the retort as soon as you can. Please. Did you find them? Did you—
The spirit Ador knocked the retort from Ursula's grasp. She left the Mage Factory empty-handed.
Oh no. It fell on the floor then. That's even worse. The retort may have been damaged. If so, the poison will start seeping out and spread around the Mage Factory. And then, who knows how many more people will go mad from breathing in its miasma. The Widow's Kiss has already destroyed the Mage Factory.
No, good sir. Your poison isn't what wiped out the Mage Factory. There's no trace of poison or plague in there. What's happening in the Mage Factory is something entirely different and sinister. Yet you're a mage. Go there yourself and destroy this poison.
I can't. No one can. The Mage Factory is quarantined by Kaythorn's magic and a whole army of mages. Besides, I can't even remember how to get to the Mage Factory. My mind's on fire. I need to neutralize the poison, and quickly. But how can I do that with the Widow's Kiss still inside the Mage Factory? Find the retort, and your reward will be generous. You have my word.
My boy wrote to say he started studying the art of brewing elixir.
You must be a regular here. Do you know Fontaine of Rickville?
Yeah. He rushed in here just a little while ago. Scared stupid. He's hiding in the backyard, terrified someone's gonna come for him. He's a jittery fella.
Fontaine, are you there? Please come out. I need to talk to you.
Yeah, right. So you can beat me too?
Your master Kalmas asked me to find you. He's oh so worried. Or is he worried about his tools? I didn't quite understand.
I know. That's why I'm hiding.
Well, if you won't come willingly... I much prefer looking at your face instead of that barrel. Why were you hiding in there?
I'm trying to stay away from Kamos. I got beaten once already today. I don't need a licking from him, too.
Someone beat you up? Who?
These bandits at the fair. I left the carriage behind, too.
If I were you, I'd go to Rickville and calmly relate these events to Kamos.
But you don't know Kamos. He won't listen. I abandoned his carriage and tools. Well, that's all it'll take for him to judge me guilty.
So bandits are roaming around the fair. How did they end up there?
No idea. I ran for it once the brawl started up. People were being beaten, stalls trashed, things stolen. I just ran. I'm not ashamed. My life is worth more than a box of tools.
My boy wrote to say he started studying the art of brewing elixirs. I was so pleased my heart skipped a